let's introduce our main event of the week. We see the Sylphic Sylveon and the Devious Dewott. I will say this is a fantastic battle. Like, I don't know, it made me happy. This is a really good battle. Let's introduce main event hype. Let's get the hype for the main event. Let's introduce our first team leader of the Sylphic Sylveon, led by Susumi, who is in chat right now, playing for the American Cancer Society. Currently 13th at 2-6. Unfortunately, on a bit of a losing streak here, but definitely looking to break that streak. And definitely a team leader who is really good enough to be able to get these knockouts, get these wins. The Hisuian Typhlosion and the Hisuian Samurott being the OU Pokemon of this team, each had an even record, 6-6 for Typhlosion, and 8-8 for Samurott. Really fantastic Pokemon. And yes, I agree. Susu deserves the wins. She is fantastic. The UU Pokemon of this team, we see the Tinkaton, who is another even Pokemon at 4-4, and the recently traded Paldean Tauros Aqua breed. Yes, that's what that name means. That's what that means. Tauros Paldean Aqua breed. Traded out from this Flamigo recently. Has not shown up yet, but we will see what the future holds for this Pokemon. Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird Pokemon. I'm just gonna leave it like that. I don't care. But the RU Pokemon, we see the Sylveon, Aurorus, and Pangoro, each at 0-2. RU Pokemon, you can get the knockouts, I believe. These RU Pokemon might not have the knockouts, but they're also really good Pokemon, who just have been unfortunately unlucky here. They just Archie instead. The NU Pokemon, we see the Scavalier at 0-1, the Golurk at 5-6. That Golurk a Pokemon that I was surprised about. It's been putting in the work, and it makes me happy. We also see the Alolan Executor, who is at 1-1, who hasn't been brought in a while, I don't think. I don't think it's been brought in a while, but still a really good Pokemon here, too. But the PU Pokemon, we see the Indeedee Female at 4-5. 100% outperforming my own Indeedee. Congrats, Indeedee, you're doing great. Meganium and Stunfisk are at 0-2, and Flareon is at 0-1. I'm gonna keep comparing our Indeedees because you're running it so much better than I am. It makes me sad, but I'm also really happy too. Yeah, they're looking to pick up a win here against their opponent. It is going to be a tough win because they're against the Devious Dewotts, led by Apollo Paladin, playing for Doctors Without Borders, currently 6th place at 6-2, has been just performing really, really well lately. So the Sylphic Sylveon definitely have their work cut out for them. The OU Pokemon of this team being the Goldango at 15-2, just one knockout behind that Shark. Definitely second place. Yes, it's Mr. Krabs, Goldango, Mr. Krabs. Yeah, 15-2. That Goldango is just absolutely terrifying. Dragonite, though, is also a Pokemon that's just completely terrifying. It's 7-3 here. Really strong Pokemon. The UU Pokemon, we see the Gyarados at 1-1, which is kind of surprising because Gyarados is a really strong Pokemon that just hasn't gotten as many knockouts as it should. But of course, this Pokemon was recently traded, so it's not going to have all the knockouts in the world. But Scizor is at 3-2 here. The RU Pokemon on this team, you see the Blissey at 2-1. The newly traded Altaria, which was traded out from the Milotic, which is now at the San Diego Crew, is at 0-0. Because it was just traded. The Grimmsnarl here we see is at 3-2. The NU Pokemon we see, the Oricorio base form, is at 0-2. The Paldean Tauros is at 2-1. The Battle of the Tauros, let's go. And the Tyrantrum is at 0-1. The PU Pokemon on this team being the Weezing at 4-4. Another recently traded Pokemon, the Manectric, for the Lilligant, I'm pretty sure, from the Raichu Raiders, is at 0-0. The Houndoom is at 1-1, and the Druddigon is at 0-0. Both of these teams pretty strong. and I'm excited to see this main event here. The Sylphic Sylveon we see. Oh, I love this little sprite. Do you bring the sprite every week? Because I have just now noticed it. I love it. The lineup of the Sylphic Sylveon, we have the Typhlosion, we have the Hisuian Typhlosion, the Tinkaton coming back after a while, the Golurk coming back, Indeedee, Samurott, and Tauros, and we have the Tauros showdown. These two, Paldean and Tauros, ready to beat each other up. Of course, the Devious Dewotts with that, the Tauros, the Paldean Tauros, the Gyarados, the Weezing, the Dragonite, the newly acquired, not really newly, but the recently acquired Manectric, and of course that Goldango. Two really strong looking teams here. Very blue and purple team, and a very yellow team. Interesting. Let's not waste any time. Let's get into this main event. String cheese, Mr. Krabs, anything. Like, yeah, no. The Battle of the Tauros. Let's go. The Sylphic Sylveon leading with the Hisuian Samurott, with the Devious Dewott leading with the Dragonite. The immediate flip turn from the Samurott, though, with the going into the Golurk with the Dragonite, going for a Dragonite to get it set up immediately. And the Iron Head doing some good damage, but not taking it down. But the Ice Punch is able to take down the Dragonite in just one hit. The Manectric then comes in. Going for the Hidden Power, doesn't quite take it down though. And the Dynamic Punch connects, but doesn't take down the Manectric, but it does get confused. The switch from the Manectric though into the Gyarados to get the Intimidate down. The Golurk going for another Dynamic Punch and getting another confusion here. Gyarados switches out into the COVID-19. I love that name. But the Poltergeist coming through, doing some pretty good damage despite the burn of this Golurk. The Flamethrower, though, is enough to take down the Golurk. Each team down one Pokemon. The Indeedee, though, does come back, or does come out, and scares out the Weezing into the Manectric. But the Expanding Force is enough to take down this Manectric. Mr. Krabs then comes out, goes for the Shadow Ball, but it is immune because of its normal typing. Expanding Force is able to do a lot of damage to Mr. Krabs here. Mr. Krabs does switch out into the Gyarados, but another Expanding Force takes this Gyarados down to 8% HP. Another Expanding Force outspeeding and taking down the Gyarados. Sylphic Sylveon in a really good position here. Mr. Krabs comes back out with a Dazzling Gleam doing a little bit of damage, but not enough. Another Expanding Force takes down Mr. Krabs. Indeedee doing just fantastic work right now. Though the Psychic Field does wear off. The Paldean Tauros comes in. OMG twinning with the Typhlosion coming in. And the Iron Head doing a little bit of chip damage, but not too much. The switch from the Paldean Tauros into the Weezing, though, with the Extra Sensory doing a lot of damage to the Weezing. The Protect, though, coming in from the Weezing to protect it from another Extra Sensory here. But it's not enough to protect it again. The Extra Sensory is able to take down the Weezing. Just the Paldean Tauros left to handle against the rest of this team. The Outspeed into the Drill Run takes down this Typhlosion, though. Indeedee comes back out. Another Drill Run, though, takes down Indeedee. Hisuian Samurott comes out. Another Drill Run does some pretty good damage to the Samurott, but not enough, with the Avalanche coming through, doing a little bit of damage itself. But the Drill Run is going to connect again, leaving the Samurott only 4 HP with another Avalanche. Not quite doing the trick, though. The Drill Run is able to take down the Samurott. But it is the showdown of the Tauros. But the Aqua Breed does get the Outspeed and is able to take down the Twin on the other side, with the Sylphic Sylveon picking up the win against the Devious Dewotts. Fantastic battle there. Almost a really good comeback from the Devious Dewott. Just I'm pretty sure it was a speed tie was in favor for the Sylphic Sylveon. A very good match there.